So, decent checklist, I would say. Okay, descent. Landing altitude. Landing altitude 1900 set. Recall. Checked. Auto brake. RTO. Landing data. Flaps full. And set the Bajo to 3700. It can take a long time because of the mountains. Is it so high? So about 1000 feet or something like that we have to see the runway. So the minimums about sea level is 3200 feet, and for the circling 3700 feet. Yeah. So we are now inbound Manal, and we fly the Tulsi 3 Alpha, and with the localizer DMEast approach. So now we get at 3200. Come on, last 10 years. So there's a 3200 for the minimums and the approach briefing we doing now. So we are now inbound Manal, which we arriving 11:31 Zulu, which is in now our local German time 12:31. And thereafter, expecting 2 minutes later, we are we are above Tulsi, and from there we are going to Rattenberg. If the traffic is too high, we are fly holdings. If not, then we go to Advig and fly the localizer DMEast approach. Yeah. So it's a really simple and easy approach.
Out of runway 8.
But the localizer DMEast approach, it's a little bit special because we have normally a decent rate from 3 degrees. But now it's 3.8 here in Innsbruck because we are flying above one mountain and thereafter it goes straight in. So we have to look on our speed tape that we don't go over speed. But that we go into overspeed, we reducing 200 knots after Rattenberg, and after Advig we reducing 170. In Innsbruck, when we are arriving in Innsbruck, we are vacating via Alpha and then to the apron. The special about the apron is it's out of ATC control. So that means we can park wherever we want. So, but that's the briefing. Any questions? No? That's great. Then we can fly it. We are now on speed 250. And I would hold it to Rattenberg, and after Rattenberg to reduce the speed to 200. So in front of us there are the Alps, so I would say we switch on the seatbelt signs for a little bit more safety. They're back in the cabin. Good. So in any moments, correction, we should enter our star, our star via Tulsi, which is Tulsi 9500 or above. But in my experience, I experienced 9500 on Tulsi. It's better than above for slowing down the speed. So I think that's great. So let's enter the localizer frequency, which is 1111 0. So it's entered, and then the QNH. Let me look. It should be 1031. Let's enter it, because it's important for the descent profile. 1031, both entered. That sounds is because we are arriving in a few minutes, moments, or top of descent. Correction, or yes, I think it's the right word. No, not top of descent, or altitude. So that's the right word. Okay, let's reduce the radar to our 20-mile radar.
X-ray departure.
There's not so much snow than I expected, but I don't know.
Central traffic, Lupo 122, passing DLG, turning final on meter 6, localizer on meter 6.
So we are now on Unicom, which is the no ATC frequency for pilots in VETSIM, so let's call in. Innsbruck traffic, Humings 8 Lima Kilo inbound Rattenberg for the localizer DEAM East approach. So we are on 250, and it's begin to be very windy. Let's activate the landing gear. Then I think we are landing with 40, with laps 40. I think that's better, so we are more stable on this approach. And the traffic looks great, so we don't need to fly all lengths. Let's take a look on the
Lupo 122 established
254 we need here. It's in 1111111. So great. Now still inbound Rattenberg, but we go in moments that correction inbound Radweg, and then we are going to descend into Innsbruck. We are now above the Inntal, and we have the inn also inside. Then we are below 100. Let's switch the lights on. The engine start switch on continue. And let's do the approach checklist. Approach altimeters set. Approach checklist complete. Okay, let's turn. And reducing speed 200. And I think we can also reducing speed to 170 to reach 170 at Radweg. Then we don't need spoilers on final. And fly a little bit more efficiency. There's a little bit snow on the mountains on the top, and also there. Ooh, there's also snow, but here it's not so much than I expected to be. But the temperature is -1 degrees. so it can be snowy anytime. Okay. And Bad Adwick we are reaching any moment 170. I would say flaps 2, which is set. Let's activate the approach with autopilot 1 and 2.
Innsbruck traffic, loop 122, 10 miles final, by 2 wide, inbound traffic, please drive.
Innsbruck traffic, here wings 8 Lima Kilo on the localizer damage approach, final 26, reducing speed 170 until 7 miles final Innsbruck. So that means we hold the speed 270 until we are 7 miles before the touchdown point. I think that's the best for all here in Innsbruck. Let's see what is our final approach speed. One for one. I think let's check this. I would say. Runways in sight. Let's see if we can see the traffic before of us. No. Okay, we are going faster, then let's take the gear down now. So it helps us to hold our speed.
Innsbruck traffic, zeroing 9 X-ray, inbound for runway 26.
Okay, is there any point where we can see the traffic? But I can't see it. No, do we have it on the radar?
Traffic, loop 122, 5 mile final.
No, not yet. Sadly. But we see the runway. The traffic on final runway 26, please call when vacated.
Yep, will do.
Thanks. So, we can't see him. So, he calls when he vacated. So now with the landing gear extended, we can hold the 170 without spoilers, which is more efficiency and better for the people below us. So I would say we can reduce now to final, which is we set 1 for 1. So let's reduce it. We still can't see it. Okay.
Innsbruck traffic, Irwin. 9 X-ray, about 40 nautical miles out from 26 for Innsbruck traffic.
20. And I would say flaps 40. fully configured for the landing. We are on final. In case of go on, left turn above the Church of Axemt and then back to Rattenberg. Alright, let's turn off the autopilot after we position the view and setting up my seat. So, autopilot off. Also thrust off. Let's fly manually.
Loopers 1 to 2, Innsbruck traffic, runway 26 clear.
Danke sehr, Euro Wings 8, Lima Kilo, short final runway 26. So we are going faster.
Innsbruck traffic, Eurowings 9, X-ray, 30 nautical miles out for runway 26.
Okay, we have traffic behind us, so let's take the first vacate, or let's try to take the first vacate. And now a little bit too high.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue.
1,000.
Okay, let's land us lane. Puppies looks good. Let's continue.
Innsbruck traffic, Eurowings 9, X-ray, 20 nautical miles forward.
Give us green. Willkommen in Innsbruck. It was a little bit windy on short final, but I think it was a great landing anyways. Let's vacate. Innsbruck traffic, Eurowings 8 Lima Kilo, vacating runway 26. A little bit more power on the right engine. Looks great. Beautiful. Beautiful. There's a little bit more traffic than I expected to be, but it should be okay. Innsbruck traffic, Eurowings 8 Lima Kilo, taxi to the apron via Alpha.
Innsbruck traffic, Eurowings 9 X-ray, establish an ILS about 10 nautical miles out for 26 for Innsbruck traffic.
That sounds great. So these drops are off, the
Innsbruck traffic, Eurowings 9 X-ray, inbound for runway 26. last call, about 10 mile final for Innsbruck traffic.
I think he's stressed. He sounds a little bit stressed, but I don't know. I think he sounds like he's flying his first time to Innsbruck. He is here on the radar correction. Let's take rates before the terminal, so we don't have to taxi so much. I think gate 5 should be a great gate. Here on our right side where the Austrian is standing, it's gate 6. Let's take the stand left to him. Here we are. Little bit more power on the left engine. So, that's a great parking. Welcome in Innsbruck.